The end of the 1970s was like the last dance at a roller rink, colorful, loud, and just a little bittersweet. Before the big hair and neon of the 80s crashed the party, here were the trends, tunes, and quirks that defined the final lap of the 70s. Roller disco craze plus roller boogie. The late 70s belonged to disco, but when roller skates got thrown into the mix, that was pure magic. Roller disco wasn't just an activity, it was a full-blown lifestyle. Roller rinks transformed into neon-lit dance floors where polyester, sequins, and mirrored balls reigned supreme. And then came the 1979 film Roller Boogie, starring Linda Blair, which cemented roller disco in pop culture history. Sure, the movie was campy as all get out, but for a lot of teens, it felt like someone had finally put their weekend pastime up on the big screen. Whether you were nailing the grapevine step or just trying not to fall, roller disco was one of the last truly 70s crazes before the new decade rolled in. Rapper's Delight hits the charts.
Here's Wonder Mike, Hank, and Master G, the Sugar Hill Gang.
In 1979, the Sugar Hill Gang dropped Rapper's Delight, and suddenly everyone's cousin was trying to rhyme over a beat. Before this, most of us thought rap was just talking fast. But this single proved it was here to stay. It wasn't just a song. It was the sound of the next decade knocking on the door. And it made a lot of parents shake their heads and say, "Music is over." Spoiler alert, it wasn't. Donna Summer reigned supreme. If disco had a queen, it was Donna Summer. By the late 70s, songs like Bad Girls and Hot Stuff were blasting from every car radio, roller rink, and backyard barbecue. She was glamorous, powerful, and unstoppable. Even as disco fever was starting to fade, Donna made sure it went out with a bang. Sequins, synths, and enough high notes to last a lifetime. Sears Junior Girls Velour styles.
I use the Sears catalog for odd little items like boxing gloves.
We're at a Sears store to find out why Sears is where America shops.
I think they have good sporting goods throughout. Well, Sears gives me a real satisfied feeling.
If you were a teenage girl in the late 70s, chances are you had at least one velour outfit from Sears. That stuff was everywhere, soft, shiny, and usually in shades of burgundy, forest green, or gold. Sears catalogs dedicated entire spreads to velour tracksuits, dresses, and pullover tops that promised both comfort and modern style. Looking back, velour had that perfect balance of disco glitz and suburban practicality. You could wear it to school, the mall, or even family photos if your mom insisted. And the truth is, it might have been the comfiest trend of the decade. Before neon and leg warmers took over the 80s, velour was the fabric that defined cozy cool. The Happy Meal debuts.
Your kids will love McDonald's Happy Meal. It's food and fun in a box. It's a hamburger or cheeseburger, regular-sized fries, regular-sized soft drink, and a McDonaldland cookie sampler. It all comes in a Happy Meal box with games, puzzles, jokes, and a prize.
A prize?
1979 marked a fast food revolution, the launch of the McDonald's Happy Meal. Before this, kids got burgers and fries the same as adults, but suddenly, every trip to McDonald's felt like a mini birthday party. Each Happy Meal came in a brightly decorated box with games printed on the sides, and most importantly, a toy inside. The first ones had little puzzles, erasers, or McDonaldland character prizes, and kids went wild for them. Parents loved that it kept their children entertained for at least a few minutes, and McDonald's loved that it got families coming back again and again. The Happy Meal wasn't just food, it was an experience, and it forever changed how fast food targeted kids. All right, disco lovers and roller rink survivors, if you've grooved through more of my videos than Donna Summer had hits in '79, it's time to subscribe. I'll keep cranking out the nostalgia. You just hit that button and we'll call it even. And if you're hanging out on Facebook, come join the Flashback crew. We've got catalogs, mullets, and probably someone still debating whether Roller Boogie was genius or garbage. J.C. Penney catalog wish lists.
This is J.C. Penney's $10 dress shirt. It's made of silky, smooth Ultressa polyester, a fabric many $14 shirts are made of. It has a special collar that feels soft but stays in shape. A feature many $16 shirts have.
Before online shopping and one-click orders, there was the J.C. Penney catalog. For late 70s kids, this was the wish book, the daydream manual, the thing you circled in red pen and left open on the kitchen table, hoping your parents would notice. From shaggy rugs to stereo systems, the catalog was how we imagined the good life, even if all we actually got was a new pair of socks. Stirrup pants creep in. Right at the tail end of the decade, stirrup pants started sneaking into closets. They weren't quite the Lycra nightmare of the 80s yet, but the foundation was there. Comfortable? Sure. Stylish? Debatable. But paired with a velour top, you had yourself an outfit that screamed 1979 chic. It was the first whisper of the spandex storm to come. TV dinners and Love Boat marathons.
Okay, Garvey, let's move it. But Tom, I'm hungry, and my Swanson Hungry Man entree tastes so good. It's meat and potatoes and plenty of meat. How about dessert?
The late 70s were the golden age of frozen TV dinners. Those divided trays of Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes, and a token vegetable. They were quick, easy, and let you plop down in front of the television without missing a second of your favorite shows. And for many households, that meant tuning into The Love Boat on Saturday nights. The show was light, cheesy, and filled with guest stars. Basically the perfect background while you dug into your slightly overcooked brownie in the corner of your aluminum tray. Families didn't just eat dinner. They made an evening of it, camped out in the living room with foil-packed meals and hours of TV escapism. For kids and teens, it was one of those simple joys that made the 70s feel just a little more magical. Permed mullets, the early stage. Before the 80s turned the mullet into a full-blown cultural phenomenon, the seeds were planted in the late 70s. Early perms, feathered layers, and that business in the front, party in the back vibe started creeping onto school photos everywhere. What seemed edgy then? Well, let's just say some of those pictures are still haunting family albums to this day. Star Trek: The Motion Picture premiere. In 1979, Star Trek, the motion picture hit theaters, bringing Kirk, Spock, and the Enterprise back to the big screen. Fans were ecstatic, though not everyone loved the pacing. Some scenes felt like they lasted light years. Still, it was proof that science fiction was no longer just for Saturday morning reruns. It was big, it was bold, and it paved the way for the 80s sci-fi boom to come. The late 70s were loud, funky, and just a little strange, but they were also unforgettable. It was the decade's last hurrah before Pac-Man, MTV, and shoulder pads stormed the stage. And if you were there, you know, it was one wild goodbye.